Awesome. Cool. So I'm here with Kalin. She's a great business owner from New Zealand, does a great product with bath bombs and spoodles and all these sorts of things. It's a really amazing product. But I mean, rather than me telling everyone about it, Kalin, I'd love to just hear from you about what your business does. And if you could just share a little bit, that would be awesome.
Sure. So I import kids' bath bombs and bath products from South Africa. So they're an awesome product because they are one of the very few products that are made specifically for children. So they're soft and gentle. They are color bath bombs. They fizz, color the water, and then when they're all fizzed out, a little sponge toy pops out and floats to the surface. So it's exciting, but also they don't stain. So a lot of other products on the market, in fact, most other bath products on the market are made for adults. So kids always love using them, but they're actually not ideal for their skin. So it's just an awesome, really fun product that I have been involved with the company since I was a teenager. So I know them really well, and there isn't anything else out there like it, which is great.
Yeah, it's an awesome story. I love that especially it's got such an affiliation to yourself, because that's often what we find with businesses that do start to do well, or people that stay with their businesses, is that they have a very strong connection with, which is awesome. That was the same with us and Carmack and whatnot. But I mean, I've loved working with you over the last kind of 3-4 months, and it's awesome that you've hit some, one particular milestone, last month. But I understand it was, challenging when we're in businesses on our own and to do certain things. But yeah, I mean, if you could just sort of fill us in with what the last sort of year to 2 years kind of looked like, I guess, before, us working together.
Well, I've had my business for probably 6-7 years now. The first couple of years, very much, I had 3 young children, 2 of which were at home with me. Very challenging, just with hours, being able to actually put the work in. So it really sort of started off just more of a hobby. But now my kids are at school, and it's very much a situation that I really need my business to work. I have not got any business experience. I'm from a sales background, from a travel background, actually. It's super important for me to be able to stay at home with my kids and to be around. So it's challenging because I don't have a business degree. I don't have the financial side of it. So for the last however many years, and especially the last sort of 2-3 years where I really have been putting focus and energy, I haven't really, I've worked really hard, and I'm just trying to get orders. I'm packing, I'm doing markets, I'm trying to grow, but I've actually got no idea where I'm kind of throwing my energy into. So I have not, I use Shopify, but I have not actually known how to look at my stats, my analytics. I had no idea how many hits, how many you should expect, what is a good amount of orders. And in fact, to be completely honest, if you have to ask me what I made up until now, that I've had a bit of guidance, I could not tell you what my best selling product was, what my, how much I turned over in a week, in a month. And I also didn't have any goals. So now I think for the first time, it was because it was broken down into, we had our first meeting and you looked at, right, how much do you want to turn over in a month? So this is how many orders you've got to actually do a day. This is how much money you've got to do a day. And so it became, I would say last month, it was the first time I actually saw a clear picture. So I set a target, which I felt it was up sort of higher than what I had ever done before, but I knew it was realistic. It got towards the end of the month when I felt that it was impossible. I wasn't going to reach it. But then I was determined. I'd set that goal for myself and I didn't want to fail. So we had the opportunity. It was Halloween, and I put a package together and sent out a newsletter and just did a lot of marketing. And in those last 3-4 days, it came together, and I hit that target and went over it, it felt so good. But it's the first time that I've actually day to day, week by week, actually properly understood what I've been doing. And I think it's really, I wouldn't have been able to do it without you, Will.
No, that's just awesome. I was absolutely so excited for you to hit that. And like, just honestly, your sheer determination with it was a solution for any issues or challenges that you were coming up with. And I think that that's such a key attribute to entrepreneurs and business owners generally, is being able to find solutions, because we always say, even in our business, that like problems and challenges don't go away. They just become bigger and you deal with them better and faster. And, you know, we obviously work together to simplify some things and, you know, find out what was kind of working and driving that needle. And you very intelligently started to press on those buttons and to pull those levers, and things started to happen and compound over time. And yeah, it was super exciting. So yeah, so I mean, how's it been working together? Have you enjoyed working together? What's it been like for you? What's been the most beneficial kind of thing?
Most beneficial part has been, I felt completely supported. And I've got to say, working from home on my own, not having a business partner, never having anyone to bounce ideas with, never any guidance. I can only draw from what I know. And that it's not enough. It's limited. And I was at a point when my socials had been sitting with the same followers I haven't grown for the last 2 years. And there's a limit to what you can do on your own. So for me, it's been having the encouragement has been unbelievable, actually. Just the little texts, the little fist pumps, and it does actually make it feel, it keeps me going, because a lot of it has been very daunting. Like a lot of it, I felt like sick.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I get it.
Because I've made an investment, and also I feel accountable. I feel like I need to answer to you.
Yeah, good.
Well, I'm not really scared of you, but I do feel as though it's, you know, it has been good. And sometimes we've gone on calls and we've gone in to talk about something specific, or kind of look at the advertising. I mean, we've been talking about the advertising, but actually we've come on a few times and there's been some other sort of crisis situations that we've looked at, and our entire conversation has turned in the opposite direction. But without having those conversations, I would still be stuck. I still wouldn't have actually got to that beyond that point. So even, and again, not having another partner to look at things, like I've assumed things are working, but when you put fresh eyes on my email marketing, for example, we realized it wasn't going anywhere, wasn't reaching anybody. So, and then you've also given me sort of the guts to make decisions, to just cull and move on, you know, not to sit and actually ponder and put the energy into making things work that are not working. So the support has been, I can't even explain like the value. So it has, I haven't felt alone. And I've learned a lot. I've learned a huge amount, and definitely on that actual business side. You know, I'm fine. I can go and sell. I can sell to anyone, but that's not gonna help me grow in the long term. And I need to understand what I'm doing. And that's what I find daunting, is not actually understanding the analytics, understanding the background. And I'm definitely getting a better feel for that.
Totally. Yeah, it's yeah, you hit the nail on the head. And that we felt like that for a long time as well, that, you know, you're thrown into this world by choice, but it's so easy to feel alone, even though there's online platforms and, you know, friends that are on the same page you can converse with, but a lot of people don't have a lot of entrepreneurial friends and things. And so, yeah, that was obviously the environment we set out to create, was just to have that support, because that was something that we had missed. I mean, even just to have someone to say you're doing the right thing or do more of this. And that's, again, you know, our experience with mentors as well is ensuring you're on the right track, and getting through that valley of disappointment, which we've spoken about a number of times. Actually,
that was probably one of the best things, was that first meeting. I knew I'd made the right decision, was the visuals. So actually understanding from a financial side, breaking down into smaller chunks, it suddenly wasn't that overwhelming. But also your valley of disappointment, looking at that graph, that is what kept me going, because I kept on thinking, okay, fine, you're putting in the work, you're putting in the work, you're putting in the work, and there will be a day when we start to see the up. And so that's it. I know that if I hadn't had invested the money with you, I 100% would have given up. Like with the influencer marketing, for example, I would not have carried on relentlessly. It was hard. It was, but it's also actually, it wasn't as hard as what I thought it was going to be when I started off. You feel uncomfortable, but actually people are really nice and we're very responsive, responsive to it. So it's good.
Yeah. That's such a pleasant surprise. We found that time and time again. You get yourself so worked up about something, and then you're so pleasantly surprised about the experience that you have, and just that confidence you get from that growth, right? Is
and also relationships. They're just nice people. So I've landed up actually building really awesome relationships with a lot of these guys. It's not just superficial. It's people that I would continue to work with time and time again, which is great.
Yeah. Absolutely. You've done an amazing job. Absolutely. And so what's next? What's the next milestone, do you think, for us working together?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me.
I meant what's our next revenue target? We're gonna get there together.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna go, I'm gonna do the next. I'm not gonna go over, I know our ultimate goal is 10. I'm going to say 8. I want to do 7 this month. Will be the best I've ever done.
Yeah.
8 will be a treat.
Awesome. We'll get
a minimum of 7. We're going to up it. We're going to up it by $2,000 this month, and I think we can do it.
I love it. Absolutely, me too. Yeah. And so, one just final question is around, I guess, I know you touched on some key takeaways, which is awesome. But I mean, for anyone that was sort of on the fence or looking at getting some help, I guess, like what do you kind of say to people going through, a mentoring program yourself, and I guess what to expect? So I have had a bit of coaching and just help with sort of on the marketing side before. What I would say is different with you guys, and I would do all over again. And in fact, I probably would have to think really hard about going back to sort of the traditional way, is knowing that I've got 6 months, that if we're in a crisis, that I can talk to you, like if we need to talk twice in a week or once in a week or a quick WhatsApp call, I know I've got that support. Whereas in the past, I have had somebody that has billed me like hourly. And that hourly billing, the hi, how are you, how was your weekend, goes into that. And by the end of it, I spent a hell of a lot of money and I actually got nowhere. So I found that to be more stressful, is watching the clock tick, watching the money drop, knowing that there was absolutely limited time, and knowing that by the end of my budget, I had actually not achieved what I needed to achieve. And I really was no better off than, in fact, I was worse off because I was actually more stressed. So that is what has been really good, is knowing that we've got 6 months, but also knowing even now that we've still got time and I can think ahead. And as I'm learning, I know that within that time, I'm basically looking at this as like like going and doing a bit more of a business study. So it's not just there to make my business get more money. Like, it is for me as a business owner to actually have a way better understanding and to walk away with the knowledge. And that is, you can't put a price on that. And that's been really good. So I don't feel that stress of like, okay, we've run out of money now and this is where we're at, but I still actually am only 50% of my way there. So I know that I've got that support for an amount of time, and I know that we can fit in those hours and we can make it happen. Yeah. So that is the difference, and that is huge. Awesome.
That is what I would highly recommend.
That's perfect, because we've been part of programs too where you can't help but kind of watch the clock when it's kind of hourly. And everybody's busy and got time commitments and things like that, but it's just so important to know that people, I guess, have your back, right? And that was kind of, I think we said in the beginning, it's like we would basically just come in as a partner with you to go through it. And that's glad to hear it's obviously super valuable for you, and it's no surprise that you're getting the results with the attitude that you've taken to to what we've been building together. Because, you know, we said all along, like, it's a 50-50 relationship where we bring the experience, the knowledge and the theories, but you have to bring the questions and take the consistent action, right?
Yeah.
For us to keep moving forward. And you've done exactly that. So yeah, it's no surprise that you've got some great wins, and it's going to be no surprise when you get some more wins. So it's been awesome having you on board. So thanks so much for sharing that. I really appreciate that. And I hope it does help some people as well.
I do just want to say actually one last thing. So just talking about the time, it's not the fact that we've got limitless time. It is also that every single session is focused. And I think that's also been a brand new experience for me. It hasn't been wishy-washy. It's been, I know when I come on to a call, I know that by the end of the call, we have achieved something, and I walk away and I know exactly what to do. And I think that for me has been probably the biggest thing, is because that I sit down before I met you, and I sit down and I actually don't know what to do. So I waste loads of time, and then I might spend hours doing something else, but I'm definitely more focused. I'm working to deadlines, and that for me is what I need to do. I need a very, very clear direction. And because I'm on my own, it's very easy to get distracted and to steer away from that. So that I would say is also the most valuable. So it's not actually limitless time. It's that every single session is completely valuable. Yeah.
Thanks for throwing that in, because that's definitely something that's really required to keep moving forward, is that you have, as you say, it's not wishy-washy. We get specific on something that you need help with, to have that, you know, job for that task for the next kind of week or 5 days or whatever it is, and then be able to review that and have that deadline. And I think we all just need that in our lives, but particularly in our business, because it's, you know, something that we said right from the beginning, is it's things are easy to do, but they're also easy not to do. And no one's going to tell you as a business owner that, oh, you didn't do your post today, you didn't do your marketing, you didn't do this, you know, it's only you, right? And so that's easy to do, but easy not to do. So thanks for throwing that in. But it's been awesome having you on board, of course, Kalin. And as I say, more big results to come. So thanks for sharing that. Hopefully that helps people with that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Easy.
There you go.